Sweet, darling angels, welcome to today's video reading, which is going to be everything about how, my darling, you can help protect your kids. Okay, so darlings, if you have children, or perhaps you are looking to have children in the future, then this is definitely the pick a card reading for you. This is a reading that is set to intend to help you guide your children or your kids in a way that's going to help improve the relationship and the connection. Okay, so we do have 3 different piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So all you have to do, my darling, is simply scroll down into the description box. Okay, once you have chosen which pile you feel is best suited towards your needs. Okay, use your own intuition in regards to if you should pick pile 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Okay, don't overthink this, all right? Just choose whichever number may be popping up in your intuition, in your mind, or perhaps the number you are feeling has the most potent energy. Okay, so once you have picked your pile, simply scroll down into the description box and you'll be met with a timestamp linked next to each individual pile, and simply just give that a tap and you'll be fast forwarded towards the section in the video that is tailored for you. Now, my love, if there are any messages that don't resonate within your energy field or within your intuition, please do not take on the messages, as I do not want to confuse you. This reading is simply a guide. Okay, I only want to connect with the messages that are actually resonating with you. So my love, please do take your time, pick your pile, and I will see you in your chosen pile selection. All right, my darlings who have joined me here today for pile number 1, it's a pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today. So darling, let's jump straight into the reading and see exactly how you can help protect your children. Okay, so starting off first, we have the Star card with have faith that healing is in the forecast. Next up, we do have 10 of Cups with okay, but sometimes it really is all rainbows and smiles. And then the last card that we do have is the 9 of Cups with live in a constant state of gratitude. So starting off pile number 1, what I'm seeing here for you is the more that you stay in this energy of bliss, this energy of happiness, okay, regardless of what may be going on outside, as long as you stay in this happy bubble, you are going to see your children excel. Okay, because if you can imagine this, when you're happy, you're thriving, you're joyful, and then you're looking at your children, you are going to have more of a positive impression amongst them. You're going to be looking at them as though that they are actually in the spotlight and that they actually are thriving. Even if they are going through their own personal circumstances, the way your mind will already be in tune with positive developments, you are going to start seeing and having ideas for solutions in regards to how you can help them thrive anyway. So the more you allow yourself to be in this constant state of gratitude, in this constant state of happiness, you are going to see your kids thrive, and you're going to have these spectacular ideas start to come down for you in a way where you're going to feel as though you can accomplish and achieve anything you desire or anything you set your heart on. Okay, because when we think of the star, we think about, you know, our hopes, our dreams, our wishes, okay, and having that sense of personal fulfillment. So the more you allow yourself to believe in your children and believe in their aspirations, their goals, their dreams, and all their desires, or believe that their future is going to be something that's actually going to be very blissful, and that's something that you can actually live right now in this present moment, because you have already set the intention, right? And when you have a desire, it's about believing in it, okay? Not about being half-hearted, but being fully committed towards what you have set or sought after, okay? And with the 10 of Cups, you know, this is genuinely a overwhelmment of happiness. I mean, this is an overjoy, okay? This is emotions of happiness just flooding everywhere, all right? So this is saying that the more you allow your energy to be at a high vibration, the more energy you'll have for your children, okay? And they'll be able to pick up on this energy and this vibration that you're actually giving off, and they're going to see you as somebody who is in control of their life, and somebody who knows exactly what they desire, and somebody who can live a fulfilling life, okay? It's like they're going to be drawn to the light, okay? They're going to be drawn to the sunshine. And when we realize in the end, all your children want is literally a state of fulfillment and a state of alignment and an energy of knowing that everything in the end is going to be okay, all right? It means that even though, you know, issues may pop up or problems may arise, but that's not the be all and end all. That's not something to actually, you know, focus on in a way that's going to be very detrimental to your health. It's about you actually focusing on the positive spectrum, the positive sides to life, and allowing you to see that, okay, this is a matter that I can conquer. This is something that I can actually obtain within my hands, and, you know, switch the perspective, switch how we look at things, or switch up with how we deal with things, because the more time we have a positive outlook and a positive perspective on life, the more time we're going to start to see these results start to unfolding for you. And the more you allow yourself to be, you know, happy for the little things that they do, or happy for, you know, what you actually do have. This is not about you having everything and being able to give your children everything, but it's about you being able to see them in that positive light. See them how you would wish to see them, okay? If there were no mistakes and there were no faults, how would you be as a parent? How would your energy change? Use that energy, because that's what's going to allow you to start to see shifts within your connection. So next up we do have flourish, okay? So the lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. We have wait for winter with during the cold months. The fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. And then next we have manifestation. So be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. So what I'm also seeing as well, patience is definitely something that's going to be a big thing or a big theme for you, because the more time you're patient with your desires, or the more time you're patient when you're waiting for things to change, the more energy you're going to be harvesting and seeing that, okay, do you know what, even though things are not perfect right now, I know in my heart space and within my mind that things are going to change. And then you can start adopting that energy, because that energy is going to allow you to see everything as perfect. Even though we know the status quo that not everything is initially perfect, there's flaws, there's faults. Okay, let's get rid of that terminology and let's actually see everything as perfect, because you know what your desires are, you know what your belief systems are. How can we adapt? How can we change? It's about us seeing our children in a new and different light. Okay, and being patient and waiting for the changes to happen. Okay, so you know, when winter comes, it's like a season of healing, restoration, okay, relaxing, waiting for things to shift, right? So take on board that energy and have like a relaxed and smooth approach when it comes to watching your children or looking after your children, because that's what's going to help them also flourish and also allow them to have patience as well for the things that they also want to come into their life. Okay, it's like a ripple effect energy. Once you contain that energy, your children should be able to match that, okay, because they can see that this is something that's positive, and as well it's something that actually does indeed feel good. Next up we have there are no wrong turns. We have your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. And next we have fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. So literally, my darling, you have so much power within your grasp and within your hands to make this positive change, okay? And it starts with you being that beacon of light, like we described earlier within this reading. When you are the light, okay, it's like people are attracted to that energy. People want to get to know you because it feels nurturing, it feels calming, it feels peaceful, it feels relaxing, and it feels like home. It's as if, you know, when you have like a newborn baby, you just want to comfort them, right? You want to keep them safe. You don't want to harm them or make them feel as though that they're not comfortable. And that's the type of energy that you can portray and embody, okay? Because it's okay to have that essence of love, okay? It doesn't mean that it's going to take away, you know, your other attributes of the other sides to you, where maybe shadow sides or maybe much stronger. It just means that your natural state of being is being a star, embodying the energy of a star, embodying the energy of being that lighthouse, being that positive influence, okay? Because you know that even if you try something with your kids to try and get them to do something or try and get them to, you know, understand what you're trying to teach them, it's about you recognizing that your efforts go a much longer way, rather than seeing the instant results and rather than seeing, you know, okay, I've been positive, I've been the lighthouse and I'm still seeing no change. It's not about looking at it in that way, but it's about recognizing that, okay, maybe I may need just a different approach, okay, and then we can come back to this energy, or I can keep myself in the energy of being patient, being positive, and knowing that change is always on its way. Always having that at the back of your mind, knowing that you are going to get, or your children are going to get, their own state of personal fulfillment and live in this energy of ecstasy, or in this energy of knowing that they can have their hopes and dreams, and, you know, feel as though that they're living a happy and abundant lifestyle, okay? And you must recognize that whatever you are teaching your children, okay, you don't have wrong turns, okay? Even though it may seem as though you're doing something that's wrong, it means that a new approach is just needed, okay? I mean, we don't have a step-by-step manual of how we should teach or train kids. We're going off what we may have learned from our past, or, you know, from parents, from, you know, other social supports. We're literally going off what we feel is best. So why don't we tune into our intuition and do it on purpose, okay? Set intentional purposes. Allow us to see, okay, let me set my intention in this direction because I know it's going to bring out a positive outcome. Even if you don't see that right away, it doesn't mean it's not working. It just means that it's on its way, and there just needs to be a little bit of patience in order for the system to be rearranged, okay? So keep up with the faith and know that things will shift in the right timing. So we also have time to lighten up. You may be taking life too seriously. We also have seeker of truth. You can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. And then we also do have speaking up, okay? Your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. So let's pop this one in this corner. So my darling, you must allow yourself to be vocal about what you desire to have in the connection with your kids, okay? Don't allow yourself to back down or, keep things within. Allow yourself to speak up and communicate with your children so they know exactly where you stand and where they stand, because the more you speak from your heart space, the more you try to be that guiding light and that positive influence, the more your kids will be able to see, okay, this is something that I may like to embody, or this is something that I can see, okay, this is where I would like to go, and this is where it's going to help me, fulfill my desires, help me achieve more, okay? The more you stand in your truth and the more that you are actually authentic, the more you'll start to see things shift within your reality, because you are somebody that is very powerful, okay? And when you stand in your truth, that's when you can see your world shift for you in the most positive ways, okay? So it's all about retuning and realigning yourself to the core of who you really are as a person, okay? And if your children have been, misbehaving at all, or if they've been doing things that are not up to your standards or up to par, just know that perhaps they may be trying to teach you something, okay, in a different way that's going to help you see a different side to life. So it's very crucial or imperative to try and stay in that positive mindset, because then you'll be able to see where they're coming from and they'll be able to see where you're coming from, and then you'll be able to meet in the ground middle. So you'll be able to see, okay, now I know why I was reacting in this way, or why my children were reacting in that way. So it's all about having that learning essence, right? But learning in such a way where it doesn't take away the seriousness to life. It doesn't take away the essence. It's just something that's natural, okay? Something where both of you can be a work in progress, because I'm seeing for you, all your children, they are, people who want to live their own desires and live their own truth as well as you. So it's about both of you being able to see the higher picture, the higher perspective, and both of you recognizing, right, now we know exactly how we can deal with this type of energy, and I can see exactly where it's coming from. And then you'll be able to, paint your new desire and see it come to fruition. And this is where you can build on a happy family life, because there is this understanding, and then there is this love, which is the foundation that, keeps both of you together, or not both of you, but you and your children if you have multiple children, right? So let's see the final messages for you, pile number 1. We do have writing. So it says, you heal, inspire, teach and entertain with the words you write. We have flowers, with working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. And lastly, we have freedom, right? You're free to do what you choose. So your children, they may be artists when they grow up, okay? They may have a gift for their communication skills or their writing. They may be into poetry. They may become an author in the future. Regardless, your children are somebody who is very mentally smart, okay? They are someone who knows how to interact, right? So the more you allow them to express their feelings and their needs, the more you'll be able to see, okay, how you can help them in that positive way, rather than, you know, downplaying the situation. It's about being committed to understanding, right? And another tool for you is perhaps writing down your feelings, how you feel about what's going on between the relationship with you and your children, because once you see it on paper, it's easier to see, okay, now I see what's going on. How can I rewrite the story? Okay, how can I make it different to enable you know, myself and my children to have this better connection or have a deeper bond, right? So I'm seeing as well, your children are people who like to be surrounded in nature, okay? They have the gift of healing as well. So perhaps, you know, buy some flowers around the home, because this may help brighten up the atmosphere, or it may help heal the energy within the room, okay? Because flowers are a good healing tool as well. And initially, freedom is a very big picture for this pile. Your children want to be free, and so do you. So it's about you allowing them to choose their life. Of course, you are in control. You may be in control if they're under a certain age. You may have to have more control over them, but it's in a way where it's not control, where it's, you know, feeling restricted and feeling as though, you know, you're not human, right? You want to allow them to feel as though that they can be comfortable expressing their needs, comfortable trying different ventures, comfortable you know, doing things that may please them, but in a way where it's going to be beneficial for all of you, right? So allow your kids to be free, okay? Don't restrict them too much to the point where they are withholding their own natural true essence to who they actually are, right? Because I can see here you want to build this connection with your children, so allow them to be free, of course within the limits, but the more you allow yourself to open up to them, they will also open up back to you. And remember, there are no wrong turns. Everything is trial and error, right? But always seeing things in a positive outlook and having a positive impression is going to see the results come back better. You're going to see that you're able to manage your lifestyle much more better, because it's not about restricting your children and what they do, but it's allowing them to be free and being able to create their own story as well, in a way where both of you are happy and feeling free, my darling. All right, so for those of you who have picked pile number 1, it has been a pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today, my darling. Please do let me know your thoughts down below. If you have any other video topic suggestions you'd like me to touch on, and I'll be sure to see you again in one of my next videos. All right, my darling, so please do go ahead and enjoy the rest of your day. Darling angels who have indeed joined me here today for pile number 2, this reading is going to enlighten you about how you can help protect your children, okay, or future children to come. So let's dive straight into the reading. First card we have is 3 of Swords, okay, with it's okay to cry. Okay. Next up, we do have Broom. tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. And then next we do have 10 of Wands. Why make things so much more difficult than they need to be? Okay. So pile number 2, I am seeing that perhaps you may have been having a difficult time, okay? There is something about your heart feeling shattered, broken. You know, perhaps you're having some trust issues, or you're feeling as though, you know, things have really been a struggle, or things have been, you know, just a little bit difficult and uneasy, okay? Now, this is not to say you struggle or anything, or, you know, I'm not setting that intention, but what I'm seeing here is, if you have been going through any sort of hard time recently, you know, especially when it comes to not even just within your watching your children and looking after your children, but even in your own personal life, darling, I just want to give you first and foremost a virtual hug, okay? And a virtual heart, all right? Darling, don't worry about anything, okay? Because the more you allow yourself to allow these emotions to come out of you, the more you're going to allow yourself to heal. And that's going to put you in the best position, because you're going to be able to release all these emotions that have been stirring up within you. And then you're going to feel at a certain point that you can regain control over your life again, and you're going to feel as though that you can become more focused and more determined, okay? At times, of course, you know, it's not as easy with children, because I mean, they've got their mind of their own, and so do you, right? And you always want to make sure that, you know, you and your children are always meeting in the middle, or, you know, you have this harmonious kind of relationship. And now I'm seeing here, you know, whatever's not been working out for you, let it go, my darling, okay? Release these emotions, all right? And just know that you are perfectly fine to let this heartache go, okay? Because that's going to allow you to see your life much more in a clearer way, and you're going to start becoming more organized, more focused, and you're going to allow your mind to expand in ways where you feel like you're regaining your control again, okay? You may be as well moving homes, but initially, the way your house is, or the way your home is, okay, if you are reorganizing the things in your house, that may help declutter your mind space, and it may allow you to have more energy to think more clearer, okay? So, you know, perhaps do just a little bit of reorganization, my darling, okay? Because that in turn may help boost your energy, okay? And darling, this is as well not about taking on more than you can handle, okay? You have carried so much burdens, you've carried so much workloads. I mean, you literally do it all, okay? So it's literally about you making your life much more easier for you, okay? And it's about how can you do things differently, how can you make your life much more easier for you rather than you taking on too much, all right? So let's see how we can deepen this reading, okay? So let's see what you may have been taking on. So we have motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merrily thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. We have lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy, sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. And then next we do have the magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So initially, what I'm seeing here for you, if you have been feeling, lost within yourself, or feeling as though, you're not the same person you used to be, I mean, you are going to find that spark again, as we see with the magical gateway, okay? It's about you recognizing that you can have a new chapter and you can have a new lifestyle when it comes to you and your children. But it's about you recognizing that you were not lost all along, okay? All you had to do was refine yourself, okay? Transform yourself, have that courage to, step into being a new person, or the person you've always dreamed of being. You can have that energy, okay? Because I'm seeing here, if you've been feeling as though you've not been motivated recently also, or you're not motivated, when it comes to certain things with your children, just know that you will regain your spark and you will regain your essence, okay? But it's about you recognizing that all hope is not lost, and you will find the energy again to go towards this next journey in your life where things are, moving more quickly for you. Things are taking place for you. Things feel more in your control and within your grasp, okay? Next, we do have 3, 2, 1, jump. We have, how can this be wonderful, with win, win, win. And we have the divine dragon. So darling, this is definitely about you taking that leap of faith, okay? 3, 2, 1, jump. What can you jump into? What's the type of energy that you would desire? What's the type of lifestyle that you would desire to live in? Because darling, there's no need to hold back or to wait, okay? Even though, of course, you may be in this healing period where, you're waiting for your mood to change, your emotions to get back in order. I mean, do what's necessary, okay, to release that stagnant energy. Because once you feel as though, okay, now I'm ready for the change, just go for it, okay? Go for it, because you are going to recognize that within your children, okay, with you protecting your children, you're going to see that this is a win-win situation, okay? This is something where you're going to feel as though you have more control now and you have more power, because you're recognizing that you can have success here. You can have a sense of fulfillment here. Whatever the situation that was going on, okay, that's caused this heartbreak and that's caused this disruption, just know that that situation has happened and it's dead and gone now, and you have the power now to take back your control and your divinity, and recognize that now is the time to take this leap of faith and to take this risk into the next journey and the next leg in your life. We have auric field, so it's time to call in energy protection to shield, clear and strengthen your aura. We have self-love, okay? You are learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. And then the final card we have here is synchronicities. Allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. So yes, you're going to start seeing signs pop up for you, okay? You're going to start using your intuition more, and you're going to start feeling more connected, okay, to your new sense of self, right? And that's because you are getting rid of any energy that tries to disrespect you or disrupt you in ways where it's taken away the essence, okay, and the harmony from you and your children, right? And the first step with that is you really focusing on yourself, right? Reminding yourself of who you are, putting more time and energy into yourself rather than, just being there to cater for everyone else's needs, because in the end you're recognizing the only person you have to care for you is yourself, right? So you must make sure that you are okay, right? You put yourself first before anyone. I mean, I know you have children to look after, but how are we going to look after the children if we can't even look after ourselves? So, darling, put yourself first, put your needs first. If you need to do certain things in order for you to raise your energy, raise your vibration, or make you feel as though you have more control, do that, because I promise you, your children are going to benefit from this energy, and they're going to see you as a new person and in a new light, and they're going to be like, wow, what is this transformation? It feels more better, it feels more calming, it feels more nurturing, it feels more subtle, it feels more engaging, it feels more happy. It feels like I'm alive, right? It feels like, you're ready to jump into new experiences that are going to continue to bring you this positive outlook and perspectives to life again, okay? They're going to be wanting to connect with you more. So let's see our final cards. We have options, all right? So consider the career possibilities that are open to you. We have leadership. Take charge of this situation. And we have protected. So you are safe and supported while you change your career. So darling, perhaps you may be wanting a change within your career, okay? Whether this is changing finances, status, role, business, whatever it means when it comes to your career, there is going to be a change happening for you, and you're going to see yourself step into a new light where you feel more in charge of your career now. And perhaps that's going to play a big part when it comes to your children, because when you are more content within your career and what you're actually working towards, feeling in control of that essence or that part of life can help you feel more in control of, helping to protect your kids, because you'll be able to teach them exactly what you've been learning along the way. And it may also bring additional finances, which may help you cater for your children even better, right? So just know you do have options when it comes to your career. Okay, you are not stuck and you're not limited, and just know, okay, that you have nothing to worry about, because people are going to start seeing you as somebody who is more in control of their life and more in control of their children. Okay, you are setting up a bright future and more positive perspectives when it comes to your career and your children. So my darlings, thank you for picking pile number 3. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do let me know how this reading has gone for you today. If you do have indeed any other video topic suggestions, please feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I'll be more than welcome to record those for you. And with that being said, please do enjoy the rest of your day. Darling angels who have picked pile number 3, it's a pleasure and honor to be able to read for you today, my darling. So we are going to see exactly how you can help protect your children. So darling, let's dive straight into the reading. So starting off, we have the Emperor. So being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. And next up we have the 9 of Swords. We've all got a little bit carried away with our worries sometimes. Next we have the Strength card. It takes great strength to be soft. So, what I'm seeing here for you, perhaps you are in the energy where you feel as though you are in control of your life again. And you feel as though that you're definitely somebody who is very responsible, you're somebody who can lead your children in the right direction, and you're definitely somebody who feels like you have to be this strong positive influence for your children, because you don't want them to see you as somebody who may appear as weak or somebody who can't match their own standards and their own values. So you are definitely having this warrior-like energy. Okay, you are somebody who is very powerful and very strong, and the more you embody this energy, the more you'll be able to see that you can control your energy in a way where your kids are going to be benefiting off it very well. Okay, and I'm also seeing as well, it's okay if at times you feel like, you have negative thoughts or you have intrusive thoughts that don't actually sit right with you, because you're going to be recognizing that the more you tap it in to your feminine energy and the more you tap into your soft life era energy, the more you're going to be recognizing that, oh my gosh, you have these different types of personality skills that's going to enable you to actually protect your children in different ways, because they're going to be seeing that it's okay to use these different emotions, because in the end it's still going to allow you to have this sense of control in your life where everything unfolds perfectly in a way, right? And also, if you feel like you are having to not show your emotions at times, just know that you can, let that guard down just a little bit, because the more you relax and embody this natural state where you feel comfortable showing the softer life and the softer emotions, the more you're going to be recognizing that this is actually a good feeling experience. Okay, and your children are going to be seeing that you are actually somebody who doesn't just take their life so serious, and it's about power and it's about control, but it's about you recognizing that they can see you as somebody who's also very gentle, somebody that also has feelings, and somebody that also would like to receive love back. Okay, it's like a placebo effect. Okay, it goes both ways. Let's get a little bit more information. We have come together. Okay, fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps to get the job done. Next, we have ask for help. So angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now's the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. And then next up we do have light. So the Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. And that's what we can see here with the Nine of Swords. So darling, what I'm seeing here is the more you and your children kind of work together, the more you'll be able to feel like we all kind of support each other, right? It's not about one person being better than the other or one person knowing more than the other, because we're playing these roles, right? Let's take away the role of adult and child. What's at the core essence? The core essence is love. The core essence is light. The core essence is thriving, being joyful, being happy, living abundant, right? So use that as the foundation, because that's what's going to allow you both to come together. And that's also going to allow other people to come towards your experience to help support that kind of energy, because that's what all of you are portraying, right? And what I'm also seeing here is the more you focus on being that beacon of light, like we see here with the strength card, okay, with being soft, the more you show your kids your soft side, the more they're going to want to engage with you, the more they're going to want to open up to you and feel as though that you are somebody who actually cares. You're somebody who is a human being with emotions, and somebody that has that understanding, okay? Because it feels nice to know that you have that support there, and that you have somebody who genuinely and lovingly cares for you, without you just being somebody who's just strong and authoritative, right? The more you use your strong and authoritative side with your light-hearted side, the more your children are going to be seeing you as somebody who they can put their trust in and confide in. Next, we have ancestor. Oh, excuse me. Followed by the hero of your cosmic journey. And we have befriend your fear monster. So if there have been doubts in your mind when it comes to your children, and when it comes to their future, or when it comes to what's just going to happen to them, darling, don't worry at all, because I feel like these are just thoughts running through your head that don't actually place any value in your life, okay? It's just the other side of the spectrum, okay? Because of course, you have the light side and then you have the dark side, right? And of course, the main thing we want to focus on is the light, because the more we focus on that energy, the more energy of that we receive back, and the less darkness we are going to be recognizing in our life. And it's about you recognizing that you are victorious at all times, okay? You have the power from your previous bloodlines, okay, within you. You do not have to be exactly like them, but you can be a new version, okay? Be yourself and remind yourself that you are the hero of your own story and the hero of your own journey. So it's about you reminding yourself of your own personal success when it comes to you protecting your children, okay? These thoughts that you do have in your mind are not real, and they're just there to, perhaps scare you in a way, right? But these thoughts are not something that's actually going to come to pass, and it's something that's just at the back of your mind. So the more you focus on being positive and the more you focus on being the light, you're going to save not just yourself but your children as well from having any intrusive thoughts, or feeling as though they can't accomplish certain tasks, or feeling as though that they're incapable. You are going to allow your children to see that they can be on top of the world, and they can be their own hero to their own story as well. It's like, showing your children that they are also strong, courageous, and they can be a soft cuddly bear at the same time. All energies work. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Oh, we have spiritual teacher. So you are being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. We have dark night of the soul. So you're in the midst of a spiritual awakening. And lastly, for this card selection, we have shooting star. You're a shooting star. You're about to step into your fullest potential. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, I mean, I see here you have desires, big dreams, big goals for your children as well. I'm definitely seeing that you wish your children to have the most brightest future. This is something that constantly plays within your mind, right? And I'm definitely seeing that they are actually going to have that. And it's about you as well recognizing that you are also the shooting star, right? You're also someone who can have their own hopes and dreams and wishes being met, whilst also seeing your children thrive in that same energy, because you are going to be the one to teach them. Okay, whatever you have learned in the past that's enabling you to live a good future, you are going to be passing down those attributes to them. And that doesn't mean that they're going to follow in the same footsteps as you in the exact way you did it, but it's going to allow them to use your experience as a catalyst for their own growth. And they're going to see themselves come up in the most successful ways because of the way you have delivered the messages to them, right? And if you have been feeling as though your experience of your life has, there's been like a dark cloud, or there's been things that's been going on that's not entirely been in your favor, just know that these things have been happening in order for you to become a stronger and wiser person, because you are going to be gaining more clarity on how your thoughts actually are helping you to protect your children in the most positive ways. Because I'm seeing here, you don't want your children to have these negative or intrusive thoughts either, and it's about you teaching them that they can be strong and wise whilst also being that soft cuddly bear inside. Okay, remember their light, remember their love, remembering who they are at the core essence. So the last few cards we do have for you, pile 3, we have crystals. So your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. We have let go. Walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. And we have creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So yeah, dancing, singing, acting, writing, drawing, speaking, doing something that's going to allow you to express yourself is going to help boost your energy and your mood. And this is also something that your children may also be interested in as well. So you could potentially get them to be involved in some creative practices that's going to allow them to express themselves in ways that's going to allow them to be feeling more fulfilled. And also, if you've been into crystals or you've been drawn to crystals lately, this is definitely something that may help enhance your own personal experience. Okay, so definitely look at crystals and the type of crystals that may help with your healing process. You could be looking into rose quartz, for example, which helps with love, self-love, your self-worth. You could be looking into many different crystals. Okay, my mind's gone blank right now, but yes, I am a crystal fan, but there's loads of different crystals that can be used for your own benefit. So definitely do some research on that, because that may help enhance your experience with children, and there's loads of crystals there to help protect your children as well. And whatever wasn't working, within your current situation when it comes to your children or your home and family life, just let it go, okay? Don't focus too much on that energy, because that's what's going to be taken away from you. And just know that that energy is there to teach you something new. So change those negative thoughts into something that's going to be positive for you, because then you are going to see how your children come together to help usher and support you in the most beautiful ways. All right, so my darlings who have picked pile number 3, please do let me know your thoughts down below in regards to how this reading has gone for you. If you have any other video topic suggestions you'd like me to touch base on, please do let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll be sure to see you again in one of my next readings. Okay, so please do enjoy the rest of your day.